It doesn't happen very often that a 4-year plan works out for us as the audience. Man, this movie is badass. The Avengers. The Avengers stars everyone basically. We have Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Chris Evans as Captain America, Chris Hemsworth, yeah, there's another Chris, and with Chris Pratt being in Guardians of the Galaxy, we have 3 Chris's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Funny enough. Chris Hemsworth returning as Thor, Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk, Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson. Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, and Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. Now, the Avengers essentially takes place after Captain America and after Thor. And in the movie, Loki arrives on Earth. He is given the chance to take over the entire planet. After assaulting the headquarters of S.H.I.E.L.D., Samuel L. Jackson has no other choice but to assemble a team of superheroes to save the day. It's funny, when I heard that they're actually going for the Avengers and that it would actually happen, I was very skeptical. Because, yeah, these movies were entertaining enough, but there was not a single one that made me go, this is straight up amazing. However, when I heard that Joss Whedon was the one who wrote and directed it, I was like, that's the definition of perfect. Joss Whedon, in case you don't know who that guy is, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, Firefly, yeah, all TV shows created by this guy. And Joss Whedon is just amazing in taking a bunch of characters and making them all relevant. And he proves that in the Avengers, everyone is relevant. This is one of the things I loved most about the film. This movie is essentially about everyone, which can either be a horrible mess or just works perfectly. Luckily, in this case, it works perfectly. If you have a scene with Iron Man, it's all about Iron Man. You have a scene with Thor, it's all about Thor. You have a scene with Black Widow. And Black Widow, by the way, not only is Scarlett Johansson one of the hottest chicks on the face of the planet, but she completely kills it as Black Widow. She was amazing in this movie. Way better than in Iron Man 2. They actually strengthened her character a lot. Jeremy Renner is pretty much a newcomer to the franchise. Yes, he was in Thor, but only in like 5 minutes. He completely kills it as Hawkeye also. I was really worried about that because it's a guy that's really good at shooting arrows. I mean, there's nothing special about him, but they actually made him badass. Thor is a different man than he was in his own movie because he has changed over the course of what happened. And his story is actually really interesting because he has to stop his own brother. It's Loki, so he doesn't hate him, but he has to confront him. And it's like he gets pissed when others talk shit about his brother, because only he is allowed to. Robert Downey Jr. again as Iron Man, he gets better and better every film. He is funny, he's witty, he's cool, and he's just all sorts of kick-ass. Biggest surprise of the movie though, I'm telling you, biggest surprise of the movie, Mark Ruffalo as the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, you heard that right, he completely owns the part. I love Edward Norton and I always thought Edward Norton would be the best Bruce Banner. Nuh-uh. Mark Ruffalo, so much better, because you see that he has his walls up, but he's always worried that he could turn into the Hulk. But when he hulks out, it is the coolest thing ever. He only hulks out twice in the film, but when he does, I'm telling you, it is so amazing. What I really loved about this movie is the fact that these characters, they didn't like each other at first. It wasn't like, we will come together and fight for justice, because that is what we do. We are the Avengers. Not at all. There are some great character battles. The Hulk fights Thor. Iron Man is hating on Captain America because they are polar opposites. And there's also this underlying shade of gray when it comes to S.H.I.E.L.D. Samuel L. Jackson owns everything. He's like, I've had it with these motherfucking Avengers on my motherfucking helicarrier. Honestly, he is the man. As I said in my Thor review, Loki was my favorite villain so far, and he is even better in the Avengers. He's kind of crazy. He's a bit like a brat, and he's he feels insulted and entitled to kingdom. He's like a little drama queen, but you just enjoy him on screen so much. So all in all, I gotta say, the movie has terrific writing, amazing dialogues, great characters with great chemistry, an amazing villain, a great supporting cast, and a finale. Oh my god, the finale. The last 25 minutes of this movie are just... holy crap. That is the most action-packed sequence we've had so far. It's just the Avengers unleashing themselves on this army of evil. So I gotta say, the Avengers definitely is a masterpiece. This movie was one of my favorite films in the year it came out, and I'm glad it's getting a sequel with Joss Whedon back on board. And if you haven't watched it yet, go and do so. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then just hit subscribe.